Here, and super sorry about the quality of this video. At first it'll only be a moment or two, but for some reason my iPad was not focusing and I did not realize it. Now what I'm doing here is I have some big honkin' sequins that I purchased on clearance from Hobby Lobby, and I had the idea of using them to create my own scalloped background. Now, originally it was going to be the entire sheet of paper, but I decided not to do the entire sheet of paper and go to one of my go-to designs, and that is dividing the paper into two sections, 1/3 of the page and 2/3 of the page, and I decided to do the 1/3 of the page. Now, at first I decided that I was just going to eyeball it, which is what I'm doing here, and you will quickly see that that does not work. My line of sequins is crooked and it's just not giving me the results that I want and the results that I know I can have. So that is going to come off. The technique stays the same, however, I do eventually grab a ruler and follow some lines. I lay some adhesive down, put the sequins down, lay some more adhesive down, put more sequins down, and I'm doing this the entire time by using a ruler and a very straight line. And like I said, guys, this is only for a moment or two longer where you can see that my video is kind of blurry. And look at that. Look, I just see that it's a mess. So I'm going to rip it all off and start over. Look at that. So yes, execution of an idea, I give it a D. Planning of the idea, fail. There was no planning whatsoever. But the idea itself, A+. I am digging it. Okay, so here we go. Again, sorry it is so blurry, but we're going to make some things happen. So here is my ruler. I'm just going to mark a straight line all the way across. What I'm going to do is take my sequins and make sure that the edge of the sequin is on that line. I don't want a wonky scalloped line. Now, what the final product looks pretty good. It is not perfect. It is not perfect, but I'm okay with it. It's good enough. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop these sequins down. Now, these sequins, like I said, came from Hobby Lobby. They do have a tiny hole in one side of the sequin, so I'm making sure to have that up at the top where the adhesive is, and that is because I'm going to layer other sequins on top of it, and I don't want the holes peeking through where the sequin would be. So there we go, straight line. I'm going to show you how I did this. I used my grid mat and then I used my ruler. Add a little bit more adhesive over the top of that bad boy, and I just line up the ruler and the marks on the ruler to the marks on my grid mat. And then I hold the ruler there and I put the sequins down so that the edge of the sequin hits the edge of the ruler. And at this point I was super nervous, wanting it to be straight and it to not go all wonky. Like my very first try went all wonky. I didn't realize how long this first part was. Oh, there is my big old head. Okay, here we go. Now the magic is starting to happen. The sequins are being laid down. And I do have to say that my fingers hurt after popping these sequins down after a while. I started to use a jewel picker to do it, but I felt like I didn't get the control. Oh, that was a text message. I gotta say, people, I love the Apple Watch. Like, I love being able to quickly look and see who's texting, who's calling, who's doing what. And, you know, I love that if it is super important, I can go ahead and take care of it right there in the moment on the watch, or I can go grab my phone if I need it. It's just super, super easy for me. Okay, so now I'm almost finished. I've got that second row of large sequins down. And I'm like, yes, it's working. I am super happy. I love how this is turning out. I can picture it already in my mind to go all the way up the page. And there it is, all completed. And my iPad decided to take a clear, crisp picture now. So this Believe in the Most Magical of Things, that came from the Chamel 6x8 paper pad for Head in the Clouds. And I just cut it down and used it there. And I've already matted my 2 photos of Disneyland. One is of the train station and one is of the horse drawn trolley going down Main Street. And I created a little bit of a border over on the left-hand side with a couple strips of paper. So this is the Chamel Little by Little sticker book. And I'm just giving it a flip through to see if there's anything I want. And at first I was going to use this little banner, but I decided it really wasn't exactly what I wanted to have. But I really like this washi tape strip here with the circles. And I felt like it was a good repeat of colors. So I go ahead and drop that down on some white cardstock because I definitely want that white background. I don't want my washi tape to be translucent. I want there to be solidness behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And I don't know why I struggled with cutting that so much, but I did. But hooray, it eventually gets cut, so that's exciting. Now I'm going to add some more adhesive to that, and then I'm going to figure out where I want it. Now, at first I thought it was going to be kind of a ledge for Believe in the Most Magical Things, but I decided it wasn't going to go there. It was actually going to go over here, and I was going to create kind of this border cluster on the left-hand side of the photos. So I'm definitely liking what's going down. I decided to use these round letter stickers in the Little by Little sticker book because they were black and white, and I felt like they mimicked the circles that are up there that turned into scallops quite well. Now this is where I get frustrated with the sticker book, and I decide to rip out the staples and make it less of a sticker book and more of just sticker sheets, and they are going to move into my Glitter Girl sticker folder. Just going to go ahead and rip those staples out. Just get them out of there. They're frustrating me and I need to move on from it. So yay! Okay, now I've got the stickers here, and like most American Craft stickers, guess what? They need extra adhesive. So I go ahead and I'm using this Scotch dot runner, and I did get that at Target. So interestingly enough, a while ago, this Scotch tape runner and the refills all went on like a stupid clearance at Target. Like one day I was walking by and they weren't on clearance, and then the next day they were like at a 70% off. So I went ahead and bought them, and I thought, you know what, it's a Scotch tape runner. Target's probably just not selling it anymore, and I'll just buy what I can, and if it, you know, for some reason Scotch actually is ending it, then this will last me a good long while. Well, the new set happened and they were selling the same exact thing. And I was like, how about that? So yeah, they're still selling it. I don't know, well, actually I do know probably why it went on clearance. The numbers probably changed and they were getting rid of that stock, but whatever. Anyway, super glad I have it. I love this little dot runner. It is not my main adhesive of choice. Of course, my main adhesive of choice is my ATG, because that sucker just makes everything stick. All right, so in Disneyland. Now that is kind of like the subtitle. I'm going with Believe in the Most Magical Things for my title. Now these gemstones came from Hobby Lobby. I got them on clearance a while ago, and as you can see, I was using them pretty much regularly, And then I decided, you know what, I need to bring it back. So these purple ones right here, I decided to pull out the purple that was in that Believe in the Most Magical Things and bring it over here. So basically what I've done is extend that circle border all the way down to the bottom with the subtitle and the gems. And I was thinking about bringing in the pink over here as well, but I decided that no, the pink did not need to be near the purple, but the pink did need to go over here on Believe in the Most Magical Things. So something else is going to go there. I'm not just going to leave that line of pink gemstones there without anything. Now I do find a little word strip that I think will go along great. So I lay that down there. There's my finger dance going on. I'm just taking a peek to figure out if there's something else that should go on this page. And I'm like, these stickers are all great, colors are good, but it's just not working. So see, there we go. Little by little has moved into the Glitter Girl sticker book. So I pull out the big Chamel sticker book, and I am sure I find some things in here. Pretty sure I find some things in here. Why are you not finding the things? Come on, Sandy, find the things. There we go. So I add that little circle sticker there. No, I don't. I decide to put it up there. Come on, Sandy, there are more things to find. And I just can't stop touching the page. Do you guys do that while you're creating your page? You just end up touching it all the time? I just like touching my supplies. I love touching the paper. I just like touching it. So there we go. I've got that sticker down. I've got the gemstones down. Now something else has got to go on there as well. And then I decide to bring in the gold stars. So what happens is I cover up the biggest star over there on Believe in the Most Magical Things. I add another star, and then because I've added 2, I might as well add 3. Go ahead and get that bad boy down there. And now I'm trying to find stickers to layer up here on this little cluster that I'm making. So I lay that guy down there, and that is the same pattern as what's in the sticker folder, which is super fun. And then I pull out the Vicky Bouton one, and I'm like, there's got to be stuff in here as well. Look at all those pretty stickers that I have not used yet. Now, originally I was going to pull in that gold banner sticker and put it down there, but I decided not to. But I do decide to repeat that kind of half green circle thing that I have going over there on the left-hand side of the photo, and I just repeat it over here in this little sticker cluster that I'm making. There we go. Looking good, looking good. And then I'm like, do I want to put this up here? Yeah, I want to put that up there. But just look at those sequins, guys. So I did try to use my guillotine trimmer to trim off the sequins that hung off the edge of the paper, but that did not work. I ended up just grabbing some scissors and going that route. So here are a few little letter stickers from Gossamer Blue, and I'm just going to go ahead and place those around. I figure, you know, looks pretty good. So now I'm trying to figure what enamel dots I want to add and where I want to add them. Now one of the things that I do is cover up the little decorative bits here where it says Believe in the Most Magical Things. And I cover those up just to give it a little bit of texture. And I'm just trying to figure out which pink and where it should go. And of course I got to touch those purple ones again. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put them right over here on top of these sequins. And I like it. It just adds, well, it just adds an ever so slight tiny pop of color up there in the corner. And here I am covering up the little bits here. And then I pull out my Glitter Girl enamel dots that I still have left. I didn't realize I had so many, but I add the stars and then create, you know, I'm really happy with how this little section of Believe in the Most Magical Things, I'm really happy with how that's coming out. I'm really happy with the texture that it's getting. Even though it's not thick or heavy, it's very subtle, but I still am loving it. Then I decide to add some more of those Glitter Girl enamel shapes. They've got sparkle in them, so they're super fun. Okay. Add a little bit more adhesive because, hello, stickers don't like to stick. And then I'm going to grab my Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine. And it has been doing weird things lately. Like, it is, like, seriously been doing weird things. It's kind of leaking out the top. It just is acting weird, and I'm not exactly sure why. So I lay this paper down just to kind of cover up the photo. I don't really care if the photo is completely covered up or if I get some gold splatter, but I really don't want it to be all over it. There you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching.